to the Andrea and Stacy show.
I'm Andrea, and I got coffee spilled on me tonight. I did it myself. And this is
Stacy, and I got about a half gallon of water spilled on me, ice water at the restaurant tonight.
Not her fault. The waitress did it.
I'm still soaked.
Oh, no. Do you want some different clothes to put on?
It's not going to matter.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's all, and this is still soaked.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Thank goodness it mostly got my jacket, but I was wringing it out of my jacket, if that tells you guys
like
how
a
much
whole big
Let's
glass.
just discuss it. We got there, and Oklahoma has reinitiated the every other table 6 foot apart thing.
Yes.
So when I pull up, Andrea's not there yet, and 2 more cars pull up. So I run inside because I'm positive they're not going to have a table.
Yeah.
We got the last table?
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
And then we wanted to order, they have a new coffee there, and it's basically coffee with whipped cream with caramel drizzled on top. Weren't sure if we were going to eat. And then we decided, well, we could do grilled cheese with some pickles on the side and ranch dressing. And we ordered 2 waters.
Yeah.
So it took them a while to get to us, but that was fine. They were busy.
Yeah.
At a quarter less capacity because they had to remove some of the tables. So because all the tables were full in their minds, I think they were just super busy. But we've been there with it a lot more busy.
There's 3 people working tonight.
Yeah, they had.
Normally there's just that one girl and another girl kind of cleaning, you know, like.
So it was kind of off to begin with, which is fine. I can roll with off. She brings our waters, and I got 1 drink out of mine. And then a little bit later, she shows up with the grilled cheese and pickles, and then knocks my water on me. And then I was like, can I get a towel?
Didn't even like pick it up.
Didn't pick it up. Just stood there. Did she even say sorry? I wasn't really in my right mind at the time.
I think she said, "Oops, I didn't mean to do that."
Yeah. And then I was like, can I get a towel? And Andrew's like, you want to switch tables? And she's like, we can clean that table off for you, which meant she just moved the food.
I thought water would drip down in the edge and you move
it was under me, on me.
Yeah.
The table was covered. So she's gone for a minute, and she answers the phone because it rang and starts to take an order.
Walked over there to get the phone.
Yeah. Yeah. Grabs the towel and kind of tossed it to me when she walked by, which whatever. So I try to get as much of it as I can off. We didn't get our coffees or our ranch, but while we're sitting there waiting, I look at my grilled cheese sandwich, and it's 2 pieces of cheese that aren't melted together. They were still cold. So we get another girl to bring the ranch and the 2 coffees. Well, she
got your water for you.
She did get my water for me and brought the ranch, and then the original waitress was going to have to make the coffees. Well, then Andrea goes to try it. It's hot black coffee with Cool Whip on top.
Okay, it came in the disposable. I say it's probably like a 12-ounce cup, like just styrofoam. The kind that, Starbucks usually slaps the lid on top of, so you can tip it and sip it. This did not have the lid.
And she filled it to the brim so full that when I went to pick mine up, coffee flowed over the top and then put Cool Whip on top of it.
Yeah, so the Cool Whip is like this high. So even was trying to take a drink, like it was this high.
Yeah.
It was.
And then we made the mistake of go ahead and eating the cold sandwiches because really it's just cheese and bread, and then it kind of upset both of us. So here we are eating spicy.
What are these things?
Crackers to try to get the
cheese. What is that?
I don't know, but it's working on getting the taste out. I tried to drink coffee with a straw, and I burnt my tongue.
That hurts so bad. I swear I could taste the plastic. I know it's just all in my head, but it felt like I could taste the plastic.
It was hot.
And then it's like those flavors never mixed. I felt like I was drinking coffee with oil.
Yes.
Yeah. Like you do, they give you like we have to do for like some patients and stuff. You give them like mineral oil to help them go. It works. Yeah. So we left fast and in a hurry. And
well, now we're here with you guys.
Yeah. Exciting announcement. After 1 year, we finally updated our cover photo on our
yes.
channel.
That was cool. You did a good job on that.
Yeah, it was kind of creepy, but
it was super creepy. I didn't realize how much we did look alike side by side, and not the shame at all. But I can see where people probably think we are related after seeing that.
I analyzed it, and I think I've got it narrowed down.
What?
Okay, first, the hair, not just the hair, but the hairline is similar.
Yeah.
Then, the eye shape. You have a lot more open eyes, but we both still have the almond shape.
Yours if our makeup was the same, it would have looked very similar.
And then we have, I feel like we both have that oval shape to our face.
Yes.
With the defined chin and then the higher cheekbones.
Yeah.
So since you have green eyes and I have blue eyes, a lot of that dances around. And then our brow lines aren't much different either.
No, they're really not.
You have more eyebrows than I do.
And I overdid my top because I don't have pigment all the way up on my lip, which I guess that's common. But when I put lipstick on, I go ahead and go up to that because if I don't, it looks like I didn't put my lipstick on right. But that's me on this side and her on that side.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
I don't even get it.
I like it.
It's kind of disturbing. I just spewed something COVID at you.
It's okay. I've already had a mouthful of that this week. It's all right. So,
daily dose of COVID. It was pure 39. I looked it up because it's driving me nuts.
Yeah,
I knew it had a 9 in it, but it was 19, 29, 39, 49, 59.
Turner came home last night from California. He spent a couple days there with his girlfriend, just a little quick trip. So that was nice.
Those pictures you sent, they looked really happy.
Mm-hmm. They did look happy.
It was like I wished I was there. I made it look chill and relaxed.
Mm-hmm. That's because I didn't have any plans except to hit a couple of places because of the limited time they were there. I feel like that's the way to do vacation now in my older time. It's just spending a week somewhere, unless it is like Disneyland and you have kids and want to hit the park every day and hit every little thing in a park.
Yeah.
Really spending like 3 days in a place is enough to see. You kind of get tired.
Not that there's not endless things to do, but if you start taking in one thing after another, it just starts waning.
People get tired.
Those are just the right times to really see, explore, and not try to throw too much in, really.
Wow. I feel like I've brushed for nothing all day.
Yeah, we just need to breathe.
Yeah.
Does it feel warmer up here?
It does, but not hot.
Okay. So for that house over there, it's so cold, in the inside. Even if it warms up outside, it never warms up in there. So downstairs in that office, which is the most draftiest room ever, I got a radiating heater.
Ooh, yeah.
And so it's like a baseboard one. And it's worked great back there. And in fact, if Dean turns it off, it makes it noticeably cold in the house. So I ordered 2 to go out there because it's the only kind I felt safe to leave on because there's no fan.
Yeah.
It's temperature controlled. You can do it for time or temperature, and it radiates.
Yeah.
So it can't really overheat.
Just send straight hot air out.
It's just
or no coils are showing that are hot. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's about as safe as I think you could get other than those oil heaters, but they just don't cover a large enough area. So I ordered 2 from Walmart and only 1 came. So of course I had the fun of, that I always have with Walmart of trying to track that down. So I took the one out of the box though and plugged it in this afternoon because I wanted to make sure it was going to cycle, shut itself off, all that stuff. And so I put it back there. So I feel like it's a comfortable heat. It's like a cozy heat.
I haven't gone in the breakfast room to look, but I mentioned to Jeff I wanted to get it because we used to have one that was like this wide. They're skinny, but it's like this wide and about this tall. It was just the coils.
Yeah.
And we had it for years, and it was the only one I felt safe to put in the, anywhere where the animals were or anything. In our breakfast room, we keep the door closed there, but it's open to the kitchen. Yeah. And our laundry room is the draftiest because for some reason when the dryer's open, it's like just a torrent of cold air through there.
Dryer vents.
Yeah. So, I said, next time we go to Walmart, I want to look for one for the breakfast room. And he bought one. But you can tell the difference in the kitchen and in that room is very warm. But nobody hangs out in there. It's not as big as yours, I'm sure. It's just probably just another one of those little stand-up ones. But
makes it
if it gets knocked over by the animals, I don't have to worry about it like catching anything on fire.
That's what I don't want anything. It doesn't get too hot on the outside. It's a cool touch one because it has that wire frame around it, so you can. I mean, it's
know what?
But you can touch
when we rented this house over here, when we first got married, when it was the winter. And when we went in to see it, there were those in one in the hallway kind of facing the bathroom and one in the kitchen. And he said he keeps those in all the houses that are vacant during the winter so his pipes don't freeze. And so if he's leaving them,
they're going to be safe.
Yeah, that was like a 300 square foot house. Wow. So that's 2 was more than enough.
Yeah. So I'm going to go. So this week we have 60s, even like reaching up, trying to grab onto the 70s coattails, which I'm loving that. But Friday, Saturday, Sunday, when we go out there to work, that cold front's moving in, so the high is like 50 again.
Oh, goodness.
I'm like, it's okay. Even if I just have the one, I can get it in there. But the Walmart process, I call Walmart, I tell them what happened. They say, no problem, we'll fix it right away. We're getting a new heater sent out to you. And then a week, I won't get it. And then I'll call, and then they'll have me explain the problem again. And then I'll tell them what the problem was and their solution. And then they'll say, okay, no problem. We'll follow through with that. We'll get it done. And then somebody will tell me to call FedEx. And then I'll call FedEx, and they'll say, contact your shipper. They've canceled the other one. It'll be 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
At least.
Let me tell you what happened at Sonic today, because this may be my fault. We probably shouldn't have gone out to eat. I decided I want a chili footlong for lunch.
Oh, that sounds good.
So I told Maddie, and she wanted fries, and Gail asked me if I was going to eat, and she wanted just the footlong. I got the meal. So I left my wallet at home, but I had a 20 in my bag, so that was fine. Well, when I go to Sonic, you have to push the button, order one thing, let them complete that, push the button, order the next order, let them complete that, and then and then they send out 3 different people with your orders. You would think it could at least all come out at the same time.
Yeah.
But whatever, that's their system, and if that's what I want to do, that's what I want to do. Well, today, I remember they have an app. So I ordered mine and Maddie's together, because she just gets fries. And then I got there, thought, well, when I get there, I'll order Gail's. So on the app, when you get there, you let them know you're there by putting the stall number in.
Right.
Okay. So I'd made it all the way to that point with my order. Stall number. I leave. I get there. I push the button. I order 1 footlong. And then I'm going to wait till that's done and put in my thing that I'm at number 19. It won't let me put it in. It tells me I'm a payment decline. Which is like great because I have no credit cards with me. But I have money in my Apple thing, and that's what I was paying with anyway. But it kept telling me my credit card was no good. And I thought, well, maybe I clicked on the wrong thing. Maybe I don't have money in the Apple thing anymore. So I push the button and I call them back, and I'm going to try my best to explain to them what the scenario is. While I'm talking to the microphone, the girl brings out Gail's footlong. I'm talking about fries and a meal with a footlong. And she says, is it this order? And I said, no. So I get them lined out, and she's like, no, it says it's paid. What's your name? And she looked it up. She said, no, it's paid. It'll be out to you in just a minute. So then I realized that girl left with my footlong that I was going to pay cash for. So I thought, well, she'll bring it back. My order from the app comes out, and I'm sitting there, And the footlong never shows up. Now, these are two different orders. By happenstance, they both happen to be footlongs, but technically, one's a meal, one's not. So I thought, oh, Lord. So I pushed the button again, and I said, I think there's some confusion. The car hop that brought it out was trying to talk over you while I was talking to you, and she asked me if it's this order and pointed at her tray, and I said no because I was talking about a different order, and I think she thought I didn't want that or something. I don't know, but I need my other foot long. And she's like, okay, we'll send it right back out. I have to sit there and wait and wait, and she comes out and she goes, you got 2 foot longs? I said, yeah, I got 2 foot longs. Because heaven forbid, I order lunch for a couple, 3 people. Like, I didn't realize you had to have this, whatever you order.
They saw there was 2 separate orders. They could figure that out.
Yeah. So, because it's Gail's money or Carol's money or Maddie's money, I don't tip with that money.
Right.
They totally don't care if I do. I just want the change to match.
Yeah.
So I do the tip. Well, she goes, I'd already tipped the girl that brought mine out, and so she says, do you want your change? It was like 84 cents or something. I don't know what it was. And I was like, yeah, it's not my money. I want the change. She goes, can you hand me that ticket back? And I said, how much was it? And she told me, oh, thanks. And I was like, I just looked at her. She goes, I can't count change back. I can only count dollars back. So I tore the ticket off and gave it to her, and she gave me the change back.
Hey, she hung in there, though.
She did. And she did apologize. She's like, I thought you meant not this one. And I was like, no, it's okay. I said, I've been trying to figure out the best way to order for 3 different people. And she said, but you only got 2 orders. I said, yeah, it's okay. We're good. And then she said, she was so flustered.
She's wondering why you did the Bigfoot fries and extra fries over here.
Yes.
And then the Bigfoot. What did I say?
Foot long. I like a nice Bigfoot from Sonic.
Bigfoot combo.
So then she looks at me and she goes, okay, well, happy thanks Christmas. And I said, Merry Christmas to you too. She just looked at me and goes, okay.
Happy New Easter.
So, in retrospect,
she still handled that better than the way
I'm not wet from Sonic. But maybe we shouldn't have gone tonight.
I knew where you were going with that Sonic out. That same thing. Well, minus all the extra. The thing with the app happened to me at Anadarko.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So was it a glitch?
They said what happens is usually your phone loses signal, whether it's a Wi-Fi or you know how like your phone.
Yeah.
And then when that happens, it can't let you pay again because it's already accepted your payment. You just didn't get the receipt notification.
Oh.
It was like that. So I
just
called the lady. She's like, no, it's in here. Yeah. It's paid. It's processing. I'm like, well, it's showing me that I can't pay for it. And so the order didn't go through. She's like, no, it did.
Okay.
She was like, she goes, probably you lost signal on your phone. And she said that happens from time to time. So.
Well, I won't do it that way again. I'll just order 3 separate things and let them tie all their car. Sometimes I have 3 people standing around my car with food. I look like I put everything on the menu.
All the trays. All the trays. Man, you're lucky they don't have them like hooked to the windows anymore. You have to roll all your windows down. No, but she did tell me that it won't. They won't. If they receive the order, it's been paid.
Oh, okay.
Like it won't send the order to them until it's like
that makes sense because you don't want all that food sitting there and people not coming to get it.
Yeah. So wow, what a conundrum.
Yeah.
My sister's, let me tell you about her. She's got 2 Yorkies.
Yes.
Oscar and Sophie. Oscar went to PetSmart in Albuquerque to get groomed. and they butchered him. Like, he had cuts all over him. They had like a gash here that wasn't healing. So they had to take him, and he got put on antibiotics and like some antihistamine because he was itching, just the whole, he was miserable. They thought they got it under control, but then my sister noticed that he'd eat and he'd throw up. He wasn't peeing. He'd just dribble everywhere he went.
Oh, no.
And so they got him in today, and they were like, his bladder's about to explode. It's full of stones, and there's one in his urethra, so nothing can come out. So he was in surgery. I guess it was not an easy surgery. But they're going to send him off to see. Now, mind you, this dog is like this big.
Yeah,
and look at all those.
Oh my goodness.
All those little stones in him. And he's never had that problem until, all the medication. And I won't show that one, but that was the one that was stuck. So they had to go in.
Oh no. So is he out now? Have they heard?
Yes.
And
she just got him home.
Okay.
I'm going to tell her he must feel so much better.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
But
so what are they going to do with PetSmart for gouging him and the bills they cost him as antibiotics and stuff?
I told her, I was like, you need to let them take pictures and show them what they did. And she was like, well, she was like, we didn't notice until we, got home. And I've done that before. I don't notice till I get home, and then you're like, but they're not going to take him back. And she did let them know what happened, but it's not their fault, the complications of the medication.
But the fact he's cut up, that's enough.
Yeah, that, and had the skin infection, from it to boot.
And the antibiotics that he had to have because of that.
Yeah. So they're going to send the stones off, to see what they're made of, to know exactly what brought it on, but probably a side effect of medication, I would think, for it to just develop like that rapidly.
Wow.
So yeah, crazy day. I was just
they were telling me at work today that the fire department and police, nobody was in the parade. How Santa rides the fire truck.
Get the fire trucks around.
You're right.
Into the street.
You're right.
Seriously. How would you get around that tree?
You can't.
You can't.
But you're right. But they didn't even have a policeman in the front doing his whoop whoop to start the parade off.
I don't know. It's getting all weird down there, isn't it?
I wondered if it was a revolt towards their chief being.
Well, I wouldn't think they'd retaliate against the city.
Mm-hmm.
The kids and stuff like that.
No.
As supportive as everyone.
But they absolutely can't get around that tree.
Yeah, I didn't go to the parade. I'm not a parade person, but how could you?
This is the first year in like a decade that I haven't missed it because I've had kids in it.
That's right. Your kids always play. They're in the band and stuff. So,
and the OU game was that night at the same time.
I heard Alec band was performing in it.
Somebody did.
So did Alec not Chickasha perform?
Alec was it. Evan thought that it was a different percussion line. And they weren't sure who the first band was because, I think they probably watched it from the window and not down on the street. But I don't know. And I haven't looked for pictures on like the Chambers thing to see. In fact, I saw 0 pictures from anybody. But Gail said there were people starting to pack in at 4:00. The parade wasn't till 7, but the parade is normally a weekday at like 5 or at 6. Whenever it gets dark, 6:30, because we usually get to go home a little early because we'll be locked in there if we don't.
Yeah.
So, and then they said that after the parade, everybody went to go to the Festival of Light, and it was past the second set of railroad tracks out there.
Wow.
Past 29th. And that's all just what I was told. I didn't see it, so.
I believe it. There just seems to be some major discord going on. There's like no cohesiveness. I don't know. We can't blame COVID on everything.
I think it's a season of great ideas with very little actual thought on follow through and how it's actually going to work. That seems to be even the way COVID's been handled, the way the town handles things here, in my own house. It's like, great idea, let's do that. And then everybody takes off running to do it. And nobody thinks, wait a minute, how are we going to do this? When you implement something, there needs to be some thought put to that, but whatever. I'm surviving.
Okay, I'm gonna pull off the parade. It's weird, man. It's weird. It's like I want to go downtown to the shops and stuff, and then people are just so rude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't think I'll go back.
Yeah. And you know what? Jeff and I went to the city, Oklahoma City, on Saturday. And I wanted to go to that pop-up thing that's normally the igloos. But they have the 3-sided tents this year. And everybody up there was wearing their mask. Nobody was rude. Nobody bumped into you. Everybody kind of spaced out.
Yeah.
Now, in the tent, you were side by side.
But enter at your own risk.
Yeah.
You can wait or you can go in.
So, I mean, that was Target, the little actual brick and mortar shops we went in, Walmart, it was all just, I don't know, it moved different than around here.
They were used to it.
Yeah. Because they've been under it for a very long time. We never have really. So.
Again, I don't mind wearing my mask if that keeps things open. You know, I have no problem with that. And I don't mind. I mean, I think I was always courteous before, keeping distance, giving people space. That's just common courtesy. I'm just so tired of the division, the debates.
Right. Yeah. It's exhausting.
And arrogance and pompous attitudes.
Yeah.
Gonna go nuts. Yeah. We're gonna start throwing coffee and water on people. Wake them up.
It will do that.
Snap out of it.
Water.
Yeah.
Oh, mercy.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Yep. We'll see you next week.
Signing off.
Bye.